So my name is India. I'm born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I've been modeling since I started in 2017. And you know, I've done work, I've shot with different photographers, but I'd say consistently, or for the past, I don't know when we started shooting, maybe like 2020, something like that. I've pretty much been shooting with Ashley since then, and I haven't veered in any other direction because once I find somebody that I work with that I like, I kind of just stick with them. But yeah, overall, I've been modeling since 2017. And you can find me on pretty much all social media platforms. So Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, I even make music. If you look for me, my name is India, like the country, and my middle name, Liana, L-I-A-N-A. So you can find me under that name on all streaming music platforms and social media platforms. But yeah. So thoughts on modeling in Dallas? Honestly, I haven't had any bad experiences so far. Obviously, I'm sure there are some people that have, but I've been lucky enough to work with some pretty great photographers. All have been extremely professional and just really good at their craft. I don't know, I guess I got lucky, but I would say how I started modeling and just any advice that I would give somebody who is modeling in Dallas or anywhere, what really helped me is hashtags on Instagram. That is really what got me noticed by photographers. So, and I don't know if people still do this or people still use hashtags on Instagram because I know Instagram's algorithm is all crazy now, but that really helped me be more visible to Dallas photographers, was just hashtag Dallas models, hashtag Dallas model, Dallas photography, all that kind of stuff is really what helped me become more visible to different photographers who may have been looking for models. So that's what I would first say. Take advantage of hashtags. Some people think they're corny, whatever. They worked for me. So I would give, that's some advice that I would give to anybody who is looking to put themselves out there to start modeling more. And also don't be afraid to contact, photographers or even other models. Even if that means you have to pay, if it's something that you feel like is an investment towards your future, then it'll be well worth it to pay whatever that photographer is asking for, especially if you know that they do really good work. It's definitely worth it and it's a good investment. So I would say don't be afraid to reach out. If they tell you their budget, if it's in your budget, then go for it. But sometimes even some photographers will offer a bartering service. You'll never know if you don't ask or put yourself out there. So I guess that would be my main advice, is just use hashtags and don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't let anybody tell you oh, I don't reach out to nobody, that's bull crap. Put yourself out there and you never know the type of connections that you may make. So hobbies, one of my hobbies that I recently turned into kind of a career path is fitness. So I feel like I'm kind of all over the place with what I do for a living. So I've been a makeup artist, I make music, and recently I became a fitness coach this year. I'd say in June or late July. I'd say about late July is when I started training or coaching people as far as wanting to start their fitness journey and everything like that. So, but just personally, I work out because it's something that I enjoy. The gym is very therapeutic for me, very cathartic, just working out. I like feeling strong. I like seeing the results, even though when I started, I wasn't doing it for the results. I was mainly just doing it because I was going through a really rough time in my life. And when I started consistently going to the gym, I really started just to notice a difference in like my mood and just how I felt throughout the day. So now it's just something that like I just have to do. But yeah, the gym is definitely a big hobby for me. I love working out. Let me see what else. Playing with my cats. You know, I'm a cat lady. I have 2 cats, so I love playing with my cats. I like to just hang out with my friends, whether we're like chilling at somebody's house or like going out to eat. I like to do a lot of like solo activities. So like I'll take myself out to eat, I'll go to the mall, I'll go to the aquarium, to the park, whatever. Like I like to just do a lot of stuff just solo, because I guess you could say I'm an introvert. Maybe it's an only child thing, I don't know. But yeah, I would say those are some of my hobbies, and singing, yeah, so. Oh, who do I look up to? Number 1 would definitely be my mother. So she is an entrepreneur herself. She does a lot of stuff. She is a spiritual life coach. So what she does is she helps women who are of a certain age. So like, I guess you could say like 45, 50 and up, middle age to and on, women who are trying to figure out what they're called to do as far as like becoming an entrepreneur. And what she does is she helps them develop strategies to kind of execute whatever vision that they have, which I think is awesome. And so me stepping into my entrepreneurial journey this year, you know, I have like the perfect role model, because she is doing it and she's helping other people. People are paying her to help them. And so I'm like, you know, I can get this knowledge for free because this is my mom. So she's definitely a big inspiration for me. You know, there was a time about 7 years ago when she was let go unfairly from her job. She didn't know what she was gonna do, but she figured it out and has been, I'd say, better off than like financially. She has a lot more freedom now than she ever has before. I've never seen her so happy. And so, you know, even though I don't want to do exactly what she does as far as a career path, you know, because I do want to be an entrepreneur and I'm on that journey, she's such a huge inspiration and a huge role model for me, because I've seen her do it and I've seen her help other people do it as well. So yeah, that's my biggest inspiration is my mother. Is where do I draw inspiration from, like my style? I've always been kind of like an emo kid, you know, like even from like when I was in middle school, I've always been drawn to like more alternative, like rock music, heavy metal. I mean, you know, if you look at this shirt, but just even when I was a little kid, I always loved like heavy metal music, rock music, more alternative kind of stuff. I was always like kind of not super into anime, but I definitely was like an anime person. I actually watch anime more now as an adult, but that's besides the point. But I always drew inspiration as far as like my style and how I dress, even down to like my hair, my tattoos, my makeup, all that kind of stuff is from the music that I listen to. Now, as far as the music that I make, that was the next question. So while I would say rock music is probably like my favorite genre of music, it's not the kind of music that I make for myself, just because I feel like when it comes to music and singing or rapping, whatever it is that you do, you have to make music that is that suits your voice. And I feel like, unfortunately, I don't have the kind of voice that would sound that good on a heavy metal song, but I do like alternative R&B. So SZA, I really like her, Kehlani, I love Lauryn Hill. I'm trying to think of some other people, but obviously I love rap music as well, but I don't rap, I sing. But yeah, so as far as like the kind of music that I make, definitely more alternative, like R&B. Oh, I love Aaliyah, Rihanna, like all those people, those are definitely like my musical inspirations. And while I might not make music exactly like them, and I don't want to, because you know, they're all in a category of their own, they're definitely a huge inspiration for me. And what was the other question? First of all, don't do me. No, my top favorite animes. So like I said, I actually watch anime more now as an adult than I did as a kid. I feel like if I watched more as a kid, I'd be way more caught up. Like compared to like my friends who all are super into anime. But like I'd say my number one is Hellsing Ultimate. I love like vampire stuff, like horror, that kind of stuff. But I love like vampire, sci-fi, that kind of stuff. So Hellsing Ultimate, that's number one. I also really love Castlevania. That'd be number two. Tokyo Ghoul. It is, but I like that kind of stuff. Yes, I have. Yes, that's another one. That is another one actually on my list. I would actually probably put that one above Tokyo Ghoul, and then Tokyo Ghoul would be like number 4. And then one I recently got into, but I haven't finished it yet, is, what is it called? Oh, Attack on Titan. I gotta finish that one, but yeah. First of all, I would say try not to, let's start off with the career advice or modeling. I would say try not to compare yourself to other people. I know it's hard, we're all guilty of it. I still find myself doing it sometimes and I have to check myself because everybody's journey is different. You know, we all had different starting points in our journey, and you know, you don't know what someone else had to go through to get to wherever they are. So I would say try not to compare yourself to other people. Also, figure out your niche. I think it's always important to make the kind of, or create the kind of art that you like to see because it's original. You know, don't create something because you think everybody else is gonna like it. Because I feel like people are not stupid. They can pick up on what's real and what's not. So I would say be original, be who you are. Figure out first what your niche is, what you like, what you find yourself gravitating towards the most, and you know, create that art, but make it your own. Because people love originality. So I would say definitely be original, figure out what your niche is, your lane, and stick to your guns. Also, like I mentioned earlier, don't be afraid to like put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to reach out to people, connect with people who are on the same path as you. Make those connections, and I just feel like it'll really take you a long way. Like, don't be embarrassed to reach out to somebody. Don't be embarrassed to put hashtags in your pictures because it works. You know, people click on those hashtags and they find you and they're like, huh, you know, I'm a photographer and I want to shoot, you know, a model for an athletic campaign, and this person is an athlete or they're a fitness creator and I feel like they'd be perfect for this. So like, don't be afraid to use those hashtags because they do work. Okay, yeah, just find like-minded individuals, focus on your own happiness, and I feel like whoever is supposed to be in your life, you'll meet them by doing things that you feel called to do. And that's, I feel like, how you meet the right people, whether it be friends, whether it be, you know, romantic interest. I feel like if you are following your own path and doing what you feel called or compelled to do, then I think that that's how you make the most genuine and long-lasting connections.
Perfect.